Alright, so I'm gonna address a comment. Um, Someone who was stalking Bones' Instagram came on here and started going after me because they said they wanted a service horse. But they had posted on Instagram saying, I have officially decided I want one or I need one. And that's not how that works. And I commented and said, I hear this a lot. Oh, I wish I could take my pet with me and everywhere else. Bra shopping with a service animal. Not always the easiest thing in the world, though. And I was like, also, kind of against law to fake a service animal, because that's a hefty fine there, bud. But then she started attacking me, so me being the dumbass I am, I retaliated back and said, you know what? Do what you want. I couldn't care less about fakes like you. I don't care if I know nothing about you or not. Just by simply saying you want a service animal just proves to me enough that you don't need one. And yeah. And I told them, I was like, enjoy breaking the law, enjoy getting a fine. So that's your call. That's your call if you want to mess up your life. Like, I actually need a service animal and you want to sit here and go after me for having Bone, then that's your call. But for the fact you went out of your way to stalk me and find me on YouTube from Instagram. Okay, I had a link in my bio, but I blocked you for a reason. Because I don't tolerate fakes. Okay, don't get me wrong, I'm the handler that will admit if my dog messes up. And he messes up. What dog doesn't? They aren't robots. What person doesn't mess up? But when you sit there and you try to say that you want a service animal, that's telling me something that you don't really need one. Or you want to be disabled. It's not a fun thing. Really not. It's not. We want to be normal. We want to not have to rely on this thing, Bones, over in the kennel. We don't want to have to rely on them, but we do, because that's our way of getting out. That's our way of having freedom. And just by looking at this person's Instagram, she seems to have 3 kids and is perfectly fine. Now, I'm not saying, okay, no, she isn't fine, but when you say you want a service horse at that, I don't know what else to say other than you're faking it. Like, I have no other words for that other than you are faking it. And having a service dog or a service horse, or I've heard in some states they allowed service cats. Whatever. It's not fun having a service animal. People think it's a walk in the park when it's not. It's far from a walk in the park. It's the opposite. Because people are always wanting to pet your animal, or coming up to you, or just... I'm frustrated. Because I deal with this as a service dog handler. And... like... I don't agree with fakes. I don't. It's illegal. It's wrong. You don't... leave your pets at home. Leave your pets at home. Because it puts not only us at risk, but it puts our dog at risk, or our horse. Like, I've never seen such ignorant people on the internet before saying that they want a service animal, and then going out of their way after being blocked, coming on here and going out of their way to fucking comment. I'm sorry, I'm irritated. So I apologize for my language. But don't come on here and say, or don't go on Instagram saying you want a service animal. It is not a want. It's something people with disabilities need. Like, I will admit, I have multiple things wrong with me. I'm not going to say because I don't have to. But don't come on here or on anywhere else and say you want a service animal, or like it's I'm so frustrated I can't even talk. Having service animal is not a walk in the park. It is very difficult, and dogs are difficult in themselves, but putting a horse into that, it's a lot more. I've never trained a service horse or know a service horse, but I've seen service horses. I follow a couple on Instagram. They're very inspiring. And that's just what some people need, is a service horse. But my experience with having a service dog and the issues that come with it going out in public, it's not fun. It's not easy. It's very, very difficult. And if you're gonna sit here afterwards and comment, you need to understand the laws. Like, okay, I'm Canadian, the laws are different up here, but when it comes to having a service animal, they're relatively the same. And that faking one's illegal and everything else. Like, don't do it. And my issue is also with some people not understanding the factor why they need why people need service animals. My grandparents don't understand, but that's their generation. Not everyone's gonna know. Not everyone's gonna understand. And with the whole access issues videos I've posted, the where me and Shelby were clearly was not caught up with the Human Rights Act or the Service Dog Act, because I don't have the ID card, neither does she, but we still have public access as is protected under the Human Rights Act, that we are allowed to have have our dogs with us for our disabilities if they're correctly trained. An area can only ever ask you to leave if your animal is not behaving. And that's for service animals. Don't bring your pets in public. Don't take your emotional support animals in public. Don't take your therapy pets or animals into public. Don't. They don't have public access. Service dogs do. Like, I don't know why people don't understand the laws. I really don't. Like, we don't want to have to rely on animals to have to go out. Like, I don't even know if I'll actually be able to take Bone to the haircut I have tomorrow because of my grandparents. I'm making this so you understand that it's not a walk in the park. It's not all fun and games. A service animal is there to help one person and one person only. Or if you're the handler that allows your dog to alert to other people, but not constantly, and let other people take him and work him, okay. People do that. It's their animal. It's what they choose. Like me, Bone will alert to my boyfriend, me, like his little brother, but not when we're in public. He'll alert to me in public, but when we're at home, he alerts to everyone else. or how my boyfriend's family has permission to pet Bone when he's working, as long as I say it's okay, and they're not doing it constantly. And people hate me for it, because they're like, oh, aren't you not supposed to do that? No, but it's what I allow with my animal. So, I don't know. I'm not going to continue ranting because I don't feel like making an extremely long video, but I just want people to know that you can't bring your pet into public, or you just can't go out and get a service animal. But I'm Savannah, and Bone's asleep in his kennel right now. Bye.